Good morning, class. My name is Sharda. Today we are going to learn about life science subject. When you hear a noise, what do you think? You think it was a ghost. But a scientist thinks like a questioning knowledge and he observes it. So today we are going to learn about scientific ways of thinking. Let me share my screen so that scientific ways of thinking. Modern science. What is modern science? Modern science is nothing but understanding the physical world based on observations, getting evidence, and repeated testing. We understand the modern science. How do you think like a scientist? To think like a scientist, you should ask questions, you should make observations, you should develop hypotheses, perform experiments to your answers, and you should draw conclusions. First, you have to ask questions, then you have to study about the observation, then you have to develop hypothesis. Is it right or wrong? You should make it sure. Then you should perform experiment to get your answers correct. Then you should draw the conclusion. Here, scientists explain on their own observations. They get new ideas to explore new world. They test their new ideas. Here, scientist tries to find out and discover new truths by these points. They ask, and answer questions by following these points. Finally, they get the evidence by their conclusion. Let's take an example. Imagine you're a scientist in African Congo. In the field, you have to observe one group of healthy chimpanzee. On the other side, the jungle, you find a group of chimpanzee that are mysteriously dying. Here, scientists, what do? They study about the chimpanzees. How do they study? What about number of chimps? Are they male or female? Young or old? What do they eat? Like this, they question. First, they question. Here we have learned. First, they ask questions. Then, they make observations. They make observations, and next point, they develop hypotheses. Here, after observing, they, they make sure that it is what they observe is right or wrong. Then they make experiments. How do they make experiments? By giving them, suppose, for example, these chimps are dying. Here we have studied that a group of chimpanzees are mysteriously dying. So find out here, they give nutrients. They give nutrients. They give nutrients like nuts, berries, good food they give to the chimps, and they find out the evidence. They are not dying by the food. They find another evidence. Here, they get the evidence by giving the good food. They are not dying by the food. So they get evidence, but that evidence is not enough for them. They use another evidence. They get another evidence. They try for another evidence. How are they dying by virus? Are they dying by another cause? Like this, they think and ask questions, they observe, and they do experiments, and more evidences they get. And they go to other scientists, To confirm and disagree. To confirm or disagree, they go to the other scientists so that they could confirm or disagree the what they have done, the evidence, what they got, the conclusion, is it right or wrong. So one evidence is not enough for the scientist. You have to observe more and more by asking, observing, hypothesis, experiment, and conclusion. So let's review what we have learned. So in this, we have learned designing experiment, developing hypothesis, searching evidence, using experiment, example gyms. They study the depth of the gyms by giving nutrients, good food. They get the evidence, but that evidence is not enough. They find new evidence by trying out, or they dying by virus, or they by dying by another cause. They do experiments and they get conclusion. They go to the scientist, find out that that evidence is right or wrong, and lastly, they never use one piece of evidence. These are the scientific ways of thinking. What is a modern science? Modern science is nothing but study of and understanding the physical world. Modern science is nothing but understanding the physical world. What does it mean to observe? To observe means to watch and study. What is a hypothesis? Hypothesis means confirming is it true or right or wrong. That is hypothesis. Next topic is fields in the life sciences. What are the fields we study in the life sciences? Life sciences means nothing but study of living organisms. It deals with biology of cells, of biology of individual organisms, biology of living organisms, biology of cells, biology of individual organisms. So, life science is nothing but study of living organisms. It deals with biology of cells and biology of individual organisms. In this, you will study about, if you want to study about the insects, then you have to study about entomologist. Then if you want to study of tiny living things like flu, then you want to enter virology. Let's see some of the fields. In the life science, botany, study of plants, zoology, study of animals, marine biology, organisms living in oceans. Microbiology means study of microorganisms. Bacteriology means study of bacteria. Entomology means study of insects. Taxonomy means classification of organisms. Cell biology means study of cells and their structures. Anatomy means structures of animals. Morphology means form and structure of living organisms. Physiology means physical and chemical functions of tissues. Immunology means diseases and infections, study of diseases and infections. Neuroscience means nerve science, study of nerve science. Genetics means genetic makeup of living organisms. Biochemistry means chemistry of living organisms. Molecular biology means study of nucleic acid and proteins. Evolution means change of species. Biogeography means distribution of living organisms. Population biology means biodiversity. All this comes under life science. Here, study of life science. In this study of life science, you will study about cell biology, genetics, molecular biology, zoology, evolution, ecology, and physiology. Cell biology means study of cellular structure. Genetics means study of heredity. Molecular biology means study of molecules like DNA. Microbiology means study of animals. Evolution means changing of species over time. Ecology means ecosystem, study of ecosystems. And physiology means physical and chemical functions of tissues and organs. All these come under life science, study of life science. What we have learned in the field of life sciences. What is the field of life science that study insects? Can anybody answer? Yes, entomologist. What is the name of life science that studies nervous system? It is nothing but neurology. What are cell biology? What are cell biology, genetics, and molecular biology? Cell biology means study of cellular structures. Genetics means study of heredity. And molecular biology means study of molecules like DNA. So this is about scientific ways of thinking and fields of life sciences. So we have studied about scientific ways of thinking and fields of life sciences. In the next class, we will learn about scientific methods. Thank you, class.